In this section, we are going to create an ASP.NET Core RC2 console and web application. We are going to examine the main differences between ASP.NET Core RC2 versus RC1. One of the key changes between RC2 and RC1 is the introduction of the .NET command line interface. This tool replaces the DNV, the DNX, and the DNU utilities with a single tool that handles the responsibility of these tools. We will demonstrate how to install the new .NET CLI. We will also build console and web applications on Linux, Mac OS X, and of course Windows OS. We will demonstrate on Linux and Mac OS X building our applications with Yeoman for our web apps, and also building applications through the console using the command line interface. We will demonstrate all of the changes associated with ASP.NET Core RC2, and I will also demonstrate how to upgrade our existing RC1 application to RC2. This will help us examine all of the different changes associated in our project.json and how ASP.NET Core RC2 is bringing all of the standardized libraries together before its final release sometime in June, according to Microsoft. As you can see right here, this is the RC2 structure associated with ASP.NET Core RC2. And everything is moving to the .NET standard. This has been a long time coming and is a massive effort to get class library authors to move to the next phase. This is critical so everyone can have their favorite packages working on .NET Core as such with every other platform, as in the full .NET framework. And Microsoft is looking at all the patterns that were invented over the last 2 years to make sure it is consistent across the entire stack. Some different items that they're implementing is removing the service locator pattern, making sure that the right set of dependency injection abstractions so that dependency injection vendors can properly plug in the stack, taking time to look at the feedback to associate with the necessity and needs. Also examining the change of how we plug in and configure servers in our hosting APIs. Microsoft is always looking at ways to enhance ASP.NET Core, and the key you can see from all of this is to make it one consistent library across all app models. The more consistent it is across all the app models, the easier it is to implement one application across different platforms. So if the standard library is similar in the .NET framework as in the .NET Core and Xamarin, it makes it very easy to implement all of the functionality on each of those different application environments. As you can see, the .NET Versioning Manager and the .NET Execution Time is gone. It is replaced with the .NET CLI. All of the functionality will be associated with this. One thing to keep in mind is we're still on Linux and Mac OS X going to generate our web application utilizing Yeoman. There is support for the ASP.NET Core RC2 functionality in Yeoman. We will implement this inside of a command line associated with Node.js. So it's very important that in this course we stay up to date with the newest versions of ASP.NET Core. And from there, we can look at the migration from RC1 to RC2. It's not a drastic change, but the new CLI is very important to examine because RC2 will be very close in the implementation of the final version of ASP.NET Core 1.0. We need to stay up to date so that we can implement the newest features of our ASP.NET Core application. So let's go ahead and start examining some of the differences between RC1 and RC2 and start building our new web applications in ASP.NET Core RC2. I want to thank you for joining me in this lecture. Have a nice day.